Hello YouTube. I will be showing you the very basics of programming in C Sharp in Microsoft Visual Studio. Once you open that up, just go ahead and click on New Project. Make sure Visual C Sharp is selected over there in the templates. And you will want a Windows Forms application. And you can rename this down here if you'd like. I'm just going to leave it at the default. Then it goes ahead and starts everything up for you, and you have the visual display of the form, which that's your main form right now. This is a Solution Explorer over here. Basically that has everything you need, like the classes, forms, etc. Just go ahead and click on that, and this will be the properties down here. You can set anything for the forms down here. The text is for that Form 1 up there. It's basically the title of the form. So you can name this my first step. And just hit enter, and it changes the name of that. You can also mess with other things like the startup position of the application when you run it. You can run it at the center of the screen. And then we'll go ahead and just put some design controls on the form. So maybe you want a button, just click the button over here. You just click once on the form. And you can move it around wherever you'd like on the form. Kind of resize it to fit properly. And you can also change the text of this button down here in the properties window. You can name it whatever you'd like. We'll just name it message box. And to get into the coding part, if you want to code the button, you can double click that. So whenever the user clicks the button, it's going to go to this part. And we'll just have a message box pop up. So type in message box. And then once that highlights there in that list when it pops up, you can just hit enter, and it'll put it for you on there. And then put dot show. And this will be the message that it shows in the parentheses. This is my first step. And for C Sharp, the lines of codes each of them will get the semicolon at the end, with the exception of a few lines of code. So that tells the programming language that's the end of the line of the code. Alright, and we will add a text box next. And then another button. And we'll just add another text box right underneath that first one. And for the second part, we'll just put some text in the first text box. And what we'll do is when the user clicks this button down here, it will transfer the text in the first text box and put it down in the second one. So the name of that first text box is text box 1. You can rename this control by going to the name and the properties window. Just putting whatever you'd like, txt for text, underscore, let's name it first. We'll do the same for this one, but we'll name it a little bit different. Text second. Alright, we'll double click this button and we'll do text second dot text equals text first dot text. Alright, and we'll just go ahead and run that. And by running it in debug mode, you just hit start up there. Alright, we can click our first program button, and it displays a message box. And then the second button down here, it will put this text down in this text box.